Nowhere to run. 19 firefighters died in this massive wildfire in Arizona. The mistake that led to one of the deadliest days in their ranks, and why the danger isn't over yet.
Teenager in a hospital. I'm Jake Burns in Henrico, where a shooting happened last night. I'll have more on that coming up next.
On call one day and you lost a family member.
A family's heartbreak, a deadly crash in Dinwiddie claims the life of an 18-year-old ahead, remembering Timothy Childers.
Now, this is CBS 6 News.
It is 5 o'clock on this first day of July. Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Cardwell.
And I'm Reba Hollingsworth. Thanks for joining us. Those stories and much more coming up. But first, let's take a peek outside where it's been raining off and on since yesterday. This is a live look from Rockets Landing. So the big question this morning, how much more rain are we going to see today? Look at those clouds.
Carrie is back from her journeys. We missed you so much.
I missed y'all, and I have to say, you know, I was sleeping in a little bit later during my conference, but having to go to bed so late this morning when the alarm went off at 2, it was such a great feeling.
Yeah. You know, people think we're crazy.
Yeah.
We are crazy. Just a little. You have to feel a little bit crazy to get up that early. But it's so good to be back with all of you and with all of you at home. Glad to be back here in Richmond, where we are still overcast. Our very warm, muggy, and wet pattern has not shifted at all. But that is going to change gradually through the week. 73 degrees outside right here at CBS 6. And dew point temperatures, wow, still holding up at 70 degrees. That is an indicator of just how much moisture there is to work with. And that is certainly explains this, our flood potential for today. Most of us into central and eastern Virginia are under a flash flood watch for today, tonight, and into early tomorrow morning for the potential of local heavy downpours. So not everybody's going to see the same type of heavy rainfall event for today. It's going to be much as it has been for us yesterday, where locations west of I-95 were favored, but today it'll be along central and eastern Virginia primarily. So the muggy, warm, and wet weather continues for us with that local heavy downpour threat, which can create flash flooding, and that means the James River is rising, of course, because of the weekend rain upstream. The latest river level is about 5.5 feet. Life vests are required, and it's only going to get higher, the river level that is, through the 4th of July holiday. Now, we are literally stuck in between a closed low to our west and this big area of high pressure off to our east. So I'll explain what this guy is going to do to our weather later this week in my full forecast. So stay with me. That's coming up in about 10 minutes. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Carrie. Breaking news out of Arizona this morning and what's being called one of the worst disasters in wildfire history. 19 firefighters battling the fire unaccounted for this morning. Police confirmed those missing firefighters are dead. The firefighters were digging an escape route when they lost it and died in those flames. One surviving firefighter was rushed to a nearby hospital. His condition is unknown this morning. The fast-moving wildfire has destroyed structures and has grown to 2,000 acres. And coming up this morning, we hear from wildfire survivors and find out what's being done this morning to get that fire under control.
Developing now, 2 people recovering from gunshot wounds after late-night violence in Henrico County's East End.
Police tell CBS 6 a 15-year-old and a 21-year-old were wounded in the late-night shooting. Jake Burns joins us live in Henrico with the latest on this investigation. Jake.
Hey there, Reba. Yeah, as you can see, the scene is pretty much calm here. We're kind of in the Verina area of eastern Henrico. But last night, this whole scene was very, very active here at the Almond Creek Estates. Henrico police tell us around 9 o'clock last night that there was a shooting. Now, multiple sources, police sources tell us that the victims were 15 and 21 years old. Both of them suffered gunshot wounds, both of them taken to the hospital. Also non-life-threatening injuries. That's the good news with all this. The investigation continues, but if you look at this video, you can actually see detectives scouring the scene here on Almond Creek, on the Almond Creek Estates, looking at different cars, various cars in and out up on either side of the road, excuse me. Now, one thing to mention, this doesn't really happen that often in this neighborhood. According to the incident report, the online incident reports for Henrico County, this is the first shooting in more than 5 years here at the Almond Creek Estates, and only the 5th shooting all year in Verina, in the Verina district of Henrico. So like I said, it doesn't happen that often over here. However, last night we did have a shooting, sent 2 people to the hospital, one of them a 15-year-old. We're working more to find out more information about this shooting. As soon as we figure that out, we'll let you know. Reporting live in Henrico, Jake Burns, CBS 6 News. Guys, back to you.
And he was a loving cousin. brother, uncle. He just graduated. He was just getting ready to go to college.
Family members tell CBS 6 a fatal crash in Dinwiddie County claimed the life of this young man, 18-year-old Timothy Childers, Sunday afternoon. State police responded to the scene along the 17,000 block of Hamilton Arms Road after the driver of a pickup truck ran off the right side of the roadway. Police say the driver was Childress and he may have overcorrected his steering, causing that vehicle to run off the left side of the road, striking a tree. Died at the scene there. State police telling us the crash still under investigation. Also in Dinwiddie, officials are working to figure out what caused a trailer full of fireworks to explode, killing a man. Happened Sunday morning right here in the 20,000 block of Shippings Road. Fire crews found a construction trailer with heavy explosive damage on one side. Officials telling us it's the worst fireworks accident they've seen in decades.
There are a large quantity of fireworks in that trailer along with some other materials. Looks like the subject may have been trying to make some of his own fireworks.
Police say they found Kelly LaPlante in the debris there, suffering from life-threatening injuries. He was flown to VCU Medical Center where he later died. The exact cause of that explosion still under investigation.
A group of tourists in New York City got a much closer view of the Hudson River than they expected during a helicopter sightseeing and tour. The chopper lost power, forcing the pilot to make an emergency landing in the river on Sunday. The FAA says the helicopter landed upright in the water and continued floating. Local authorities say the pilot and 4 passengers were rescued by nearby boats. This aerial video shows a tugboat bringing the aircraft to shore. Right now it's 5:06. Let's get our first look at traffic this morning. Here's Krista.
Good morning, Robin, Reba, and happy Monday. Also happy July. We do have some problems on the interstates. Just moments ago we were clear. However, I spoke with state police and we are dealing with a tractor trailer crash Interstate 95 on that northbound side in Caroline County, just as you're approaching the Ladysmith Road exit. Now it's right around mile marker 109. The Ladysmith Road exit is 110, so about just a mile before that. Fortunately, no delays in the area. However, the right lane is blocked. It's a tractor trailer versus another car, so there are possible injuries. A wrecker's on the way as well as EMS. Taking you just south of the river where we did have one problem, Richmond police are wrapping up an accident at Hull Street and 11th Street. Real-time traffic in the area showing a little bit of heavy traffic there, but traffic is still light this morning. And we also have construction going on until 6 o'clock in each direction. One lane is open from the 64 merge to Lombardi Street. Robin, Reba, back to you.
All right, thanks, Kristen. 2 new Virginia laws go into effect today, July 1st, and will change things for some scooter owners and younger drivers out there. Starting today, it will now be illegal for you to ride on a moped without a helmet. And if you are a teenage driver or you have one in your home, you're only going to be allowed to have 1 passenger under the age of 21 in your car for the first year after you get your license. Again, these are new laws that take effect today, July 1st, here in Virginia. Coming up on 5:08, for a parent, there is no greater loss than the death of a child. And if that death is the result of a suicide, then sometimes painful questions often go unanswered.
One local family's search for answers led to a standoff with Facebook, but their fight led to a change in state law, which takes effect today.
Ricky and Diane Rash may never know why their 15-year-old son killed himself 2 years ago. But now they know that other parents won't be denied, some of the answers they were so desperate for.
Yeah, that's because Virginia lawmakers have passed legislation in both the House and Senate that gives parents the rights to their children's social media accounts should they die before turning 18. Ricky and Diane say Facebook denied them their son's final thoughts because federal and state laws didn't exist to protect their rights as parents.
Now, the Rash family will join Governor Bob McDonnell in his office at the Capitol this afternoon, where he'll sign that bill into law. Still ahead this morning, a visit to South Africa. President Obama is promising $7 billion to that country, and there's a reason he did not visit ailing civil rights icon Nelson Mandela in the hospital.
Going up, the day has come. Paying back on student loans can get more expensive and painful. We'll tell you what would happen if lawmakers don't take action soon.
Some of you are waking up this morning to the sound of heavy rain. It's just east of us here in Richmond, but we are going to get some rain moving over the metro here shortly. Our Lamar is outside providing a beautiful shot for us this morning. We'll show you that, and he'll have to break out his rain jacket here momentarily, and I'll let you know when you need to put away your umbrella later this week.